Liquidity. A very powerful school of thought. Everyone wish they understood, but practically they don't. At least not for the first one. But I believe there is a way of going about this that you can approach it with a level of mastery. So at the beginning of the day, we approach the charts and try to use Asian section as our framework to understand what the markets have for us and how to approach it and see trades and take. Alright, sometimes it's not always an A plus setup, but in it we can try to make something good out of it sometimes. So I'll be doing a trade breakdown of the analysis that have happened from Asian section to London section and where we are right now and what I think I'm expecting from the market. Okay, I think I need to give a bit more clarity on how I generated this particular POI, so I'll be going forward to delete it. Alright, okay. So we started the day like this. So when we did, the first thing when I opened my chart, I have to look at for informations on what I want to be seeing. So Asian section opened here and then to where it is now. So when I come to my chart, I'm seeing that the market printed an equal low, which is something very nice I would like to see, and this is the equal low. And then there was an inducement. You can't deny that there was one, because let me zoom in so you could see it very well. So this became an inducement. Let me change my indicator for everyone to get it. Okay, so this is what an inducement looks like. So when the market induced this level, obviously I could see a level of liquidity printed already that the inducement is engineered to target. So I'll change it to liquidity. So when market finally took all this liquidity with this spike over here, so we have to investigate where the spike actually ended. It happened that it ended at an inducement from yesterday, which is this particular level here right now. Okay, let me change this thing back to supply. So that's basically what happened. So when the day started, the market basically went and induced that level, which is this. As you could see, is inch perfect. It didn't go beyond the OB. So this so far serves also as an inducement. Okay, after that particular inducement, for an inducement to be valid, it must at least lead to a break of structure, which it finally did here. And what makes you a profitable trader is understanding what the market is doing and know exactly how to join it. So it did a break of structure, which is nice. Okay, so after this, the rightful thing to do is to trade in accordance with the leading inducement, which so far is this bearish inducement that induced previous day inducements that led to a break of structure. So as you could see, undeniably also, that before a market obviously reaches to the next inducement to continue the inducement trend, it must have created another layer of liquidity, which is this. It's an undeniable fact. So it created this, and then this served as an inducement again to fuel the market up to the next to the next varied level of inducement, which becomes this. Because obviously for an inducement to happen, there's a liquidity in view that the market is targeting, and it happens to be this. So this is the liquidity taking, and then when a liquidity is around the corner, there's always a valid OB around. So look for it and know how to get it. Considering the OB, I'll consider all this level. There's a reason why that is so, but for the sake of easy learning, I'll keep it simple and just know that that's the value level, and then I'll change this to a supply. Okay, so like I said, for an OB to be valid, it must break structure at least. So let me change it to liquidity, because I like my chart being very informative, so that whenever I look at it, I know exactly what I need to do. So this OB led to another break of structure, inducing the previous inducement, which is this. Remember, the inducement of the day so far is still this bearish inducement over here, right? So that's the leading inducement. So as the market is still moving, like I said, it's a domino effect. It will keep falling till there is a new change of trend. It printed another very nice liquidity. It's almost an undeniable fact. You wouldn't say you didn't see it. And like I said, if it's printing liquidity, there is something around that it will want to mitigate. And then obviously this served as the liquidity again, the inducement to push the market up to this level. And then after it induced it, obviously before printing all this liquidity, this became a refined IFC to continue selling the market. Okay, this is an inducement supply. Okay, sorry guys, sorry. Okay, so when it's finally happened again, a valid inducement, like I always say, always leads to a break of structure. Until we see something contrary to that, we are not changing the trend. So this became another break of structure. As you could see, inducement is leading the day, and then it had another nice build up. It always takes a format, another nice build up. Put this as a liquidity build up. Had another very nice inducement, which is this. And obviously, like I said, whenever there is an inducement, there is a liquidity that will be targeted, and that's basically something little like this. This serves like as the liquidity is always usually trend line, equal lows, equal highs, session highs and all. So it's induced again, brought it back to a refined IFC, and continued the sell. There is a superior concept I'm still working on, but I'm of the proposition that if you understand what you are doing, irrespective of markets, news, be it high impact or whatever, once you're on the right track, you would get it right. So obviously after the inducement, it led to another break of structure here. Okay, so that validates the inducement is not change of character. That validates an inducement is still active. So I don't know, but when I see another build up around here which is forming, like, I will take this to be the next inducement, and then I will short the market from this point, and that becomes a continuation setup following the language of the market, which is inducement. I hope this was informative for everyone here as we continue this journey of learning the language of the market. Hope you all appreciate this. Thank you.